Good morning, dear students. Now, in today's video, we will start with the cell organelles. As I have explained in the previous videos, that cell consists of different sub-cell components which are called cell organelles. These are very important organelles because they are all responsible for the different functions of our that means of living organisms. A cell consists of several subcompartments to carry out different cellular activities in very organized manner. We all know that how nicely all the organ system of living organism is functioning, and this is well organized because of the subcompartments, that is cell organelles of our cell, which performs different cellular activities. In order to separate the various metabolic activities, metabolic that means the activities which is taking place in the living organism's body. So, the various metabolic activities are taking place, and to separate all these activities from each other, the cells have various membrane-bound organelles. Membrane-bound, that means each organelles, they respectively have their own outer covering. And these membrane-bound organelles are called cell organelles. Cell organelles are the living parts of the cell that float in the cytoplasm. All the cell organelles are living, and as they are living, they are responsible for doing different function, and they are all floating in the cytoplasm. When I have explained animal cell and plant cell, I told that throughout the animal cell, throughout the plant cell, a fluid sticky material is present, which is cytoplasm, and in this sticky fluid material, that is cytoplasm, all other cell organelles are floating. Each of them, they have distinct shape, that means they have a different shape, they have a different structure and different function. All the organelles, they are having their different shape. They even have the different structure, and their function is also different. And that is why we are having different functioning organ system in our body. Digestive system, excretory system, circulatory system, right? And many more. These all different functions are there because of the different organelles. Which are the cell organelles? Endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, lysosome, plastids, vacuoles, centrosomes and peroxisomes. These are some of the important cell organelles. Out of these all organelles, most organelles are present in both plant and animal cell. Only few are there which are not present in both the cells. These cell organelles are seen with the help of electron microscope. They are very minute, they are very tiny, not observed through our naked eyes. We will just see from a simple microscope the cell boundary and the nucleus present in it if it is eukaryotic. But all other cell organelles we are not able to see with the help of our simple microscope. So now, today we will start with the first cell organelle, that is endoplasmic reticulum. You can see here the diagram I have drawn, endoplasmic reticulum. If you will see the endoplasmic reticulum, this is the nucleus. One of its end is attached to the nucleus, and its other end from here, it is attached to the cell membrane. If you will see the animal cell diagram in the previous videos which I have uploaded, and there you will see rough endoplasmic reticulum and fair smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Its one end is here, attached to the cell membrane at the boundary, and here it is attached to the nucleus. Here you can see small dots. These are the ribosomes. So these endoplasmic reticulum, these all portion, they are having ribosomes attached on them. So they are called RER. That means rough endoplasmic reticulum. And this you see, there is no ribosomes present on it. No dots is seen here. Tube-like structure is seen. Then it is not having any ribosomes present on its surface. So it is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. This endoplasmic reticulum, rough endoplasmic reticulum, here you see this is a shaded portion, it's shown. These are the fluid, a liquid filled sac. Sacs, that means like a bag, which is called cisternae. Cisternae is the bag, closed bag filled with the fluid. So I have shown it in shaded form. This is vesicles, a fluid filled up in the tubules. These are the tubules, right? These are the vesicles. These are useful for the synthesis of protein, for the synthesis of biotic material, genetic material. This is the nucleus. This in between the space is the nuclear pore. Outside boundary it is nuclear envelope, or you can say nuclear membrane. So this is the structure of endoplasmic reticulum. Right? Now let us see where it is occurred. Where do we find it? It is found in eukaryotic cells. Now you know what is eukaryotic cells. Cells which is having well developed nucleus are eukaryotic cells. But endoplasmic reticulum is not present in mature erythrocytes. Erythrocytes, that means the cells of red blood corpuscles, RBCs of mammals and prokaryotic cells. So, endoplasmic reticulum is present in eukaryotic cell, but it is not present in erythrocytes as well as prokaryotic cells. Even in mammals also, RBCs of mammals. How it is? You have seen here the diagram. Now let us see theoretically. The endoplasmic reticulum, in short we can write capital E, capital R, endoplasmic reticulum, as observed through an electron microscope. I just told that these all organelles are not observed through our naked eye. To observe them, we need microscope to see the larger view of it. Otherwise, they are very minute. So, what is seen? The endoplasmic reticulum is observed through the microscope. It is observed that it is an irregular tube-like network of double membrane distributed over the entire cytoplasm of the cell. So, in complete cytoplasm of the cell, this endoplasmic reticulum is observed, it is seen. What type of shape it is? It is irregular tubule shape, right? It is connected, as I just told, at one end it is connected to nuclear membrane, at the another end it is connected to the cell membrane. So we can say that an irregular tube-like network of double membrane fluid is distributed over the entire cytoplasm in the cell. It is connected to the cell membrane at one end as well as plasma membrane or nuclear membrane at the other end. On one side it is connected with the cell membrane, on another side with the nucleus. The three important parts of endoplasmic reticulum are cisternae. What is cisternae? A closed fluid filled sac, a bag which is completely filled with the fluid. Cisternae. Second is the tubules and vesicles. These are the three parts of the endoplasmic reticulum. Depending on the presence or absence of ribosomes, when the ribosomes are present on its surface, then they are rough endoplasmic reticulum. And those endoplasmic reticulum which do not have ribosomes present on their surface, they are smooth endoplasmic reticule. So this was about the structure and occurrence of the endoplasmic reticulum. Now let us see how it is functioning. That means what work it is doing, how it is helpful to our cell. So endoplasmic reticulum, it forms the supporting framework of the cell. It supports the cell in a larger extent. Its large new surface area inside the cell is the place where various metabolic activities takes place. So as endoplasmic reticulum has larger surface area, it is having a large surface area inside the cell. So many metabolic activities, many biological activities is being carried out in this organelle. It also helps to keep various organelles in position. With the help of the ER, other organelles are set up at a proper place. ER acts as a pathway for the distribution of materials. Now it is also working as one road. Pathway matlab a road. A road from where goods are transported. People can transport from one place to another. So here also it has a pathway from where the distribution of materials, especially protein material, from one part of the cell to the other part is being carried out. So what is the work of this endoplasmic reticulum? It also helps in the synthesizing of proteins, and we know that protein is a nutrient which is very important for the growth of the cell and repair of the cell. It is associated, endoplasmic reticulum is associated with the synthesis, storage and transport of proteins and lipids. Not only proteins, but it is also associated for the synthesis of transport of proteins, storage, synthesis and transport of proteins and lipids. Protein synthesis occur on the surface of RER, that is rough endoplasmic reticulum, because of the ribosomes. Lipids are the fat cells. So lipids and steroid synthesis occurs on the surface of protein are synthesized on the surface of RER, that is rough endoplasmic reticulum. But as I told, lipids, the fat nutrients, and the steroid, which removes the toxicity from our body. Toxicity, that means the things which are present in our body but not in the pure form. So that impurity is thrown out by the help of steroid. Lipids controls the blood sugar, and steroid synthesis occurs on the surface of smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Some of the synthesized proteins and lipids of endoplasmic reticulum help in building of the plasma membrane. See, plasma membrane, we know what is plasma membrane. The outer covering of the cell. And some of the synthesized, that means the functional proteins and the lipids of endoplasmic reticulum helps in building the plasma membrane. And this building of the plasma membrane is termed as membrane biogenesis. Endoplasmic reticulum, it is synthesized, the main synthesis, remember, it is of protein and lipids, and this process of synthesizing is called membrane biogenesis. Some other synthesized proteins and lipids of endoplasmic reticulum function as enzymes and hormones. Some are synthesized proteins and lipids of ER function. They are synthesized protein as enzymes as well as lipids as hormones. So you might be knowing, now you are in the step of the maturization. So biological activity which is taking place in our body is controlled, and rate of that reaction is controlled by the enzymes and hormones of our body. They are the naturally secreting substance of our body, and this all is controlled in endoplasmic reticulum. SER of liver, SER, that is smooth endoplasmic reticulum, which is found from the liver of the vertebrates. Vertebrates, that means those who are having back, right? So those who are having backbone, they are vertebrates. So smooth endoplasmic reticulum of liver is present in vertebrates, which plays an important role in detoxification. Detoxification, that means to remove the toxicity out of the body. That means the extra unwanted things are called toxic, which harms the particular organism. So the liver membrane plays an important role even in detoxification of many poisonous substances, things. So all these things which is little poisonous, harmful to our body, right? Some extra drugs without the prescription of the doctor which we have taken, these all are considered as detoxifying substance, and these all substances are being drugged out from the, that means thrown out or synthesized out by the smooth endoplasmic reticule. Here is the difference between rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum, which I have explained in this video only. So just go through it and try to understand about RER and SER. Right? The next organelles we will see in the next video. By the time, thank you.